Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Friday. It's the weekend. It's Superman weekend. It's finally here. I might be seeing it on Sunday. So I'll let y'all know what I thought of it. But we know what we're here to talk about. This here. So for those who know, Angel Reese was featured on the cover of NBA 2K26. Now, you might hear that and think that she is the overall cover athlete. No. They featured her on the WNBA edition, and she's also going to be on the Legend edition, along with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Carmelo Anthony. Since this year, they're going to spotlight Carmelo Anthony's career, since he's going to go in the Hall of Fame soon. And of course, all the racists came out. The defenders came out. It was a big brouhaha. And then we get to RG3. Now, you'd have figured he'd have learned his lesson the last time he tried something like this, when it came to Ryan Clark. Oh, we have evidence that he didn't. And it sucks, because you'd have figured as a black man, you take your lumps, you learn from it, and you become better. You don't double down. Because once you double down, then, people are going to be like, okay, you're just doing things either for clicks and money, or you just have no integrity. Yesterday, he showed us he had no integrity. Some fool on X decided to Photoshop the WNBA edition cover of the game with Angel Reese and depict her as a monkey. Now, it was a low-level account. People got at him. Some people were laughing, fine, whatever. Robert Griffin III decided he's going to write a whole soliloquy and make it even worse. I don't care that he wrote all this, because most of this is all cap anyway. But he decided to share the picture, which pissed everybody off. And just to prove that he is a tool of white supremacy, because, the internet never lies. Okay, I'm lying there. The internet lies sometimes. But the internet never forgets, and the internet will show you who they side with. Because a lot of publications said that he called this out, that picture, when evidently he didn't. But, they like him. And a lot of sites said that he was just being an a-hole for what he did. But we're going to get to this. And Shamika, thank you for being a member for 25 months. That's a blessing. So here's his post. All right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world. Whether you like a player or not, Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. I've been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving death threats, threats of physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of sexual violence to my children on social media and beyond. So you're going to blame her for this. And this is, again, in regards to the Ryan Clark thing. You're going to blame her for what happened to your family when it was your doing. Okay. This is what we're going to do. That will never be okay with me. I never attacked her or her family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's sports. Everyone won't like each other. And you did that, and you got thoroughly destroyed for that. Okay. Again, we're going to prove that he's lying, but, People in Angel's circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin being constantly compared to her. Now, I've watched this whole season, and they've barely asked her about Caitlin Clark. If anything, it's been the reverse. The biggest thing that came out of this supposed Angel's acting is always talking about Caitlyn and vice versa, or whatever, whichever day of the week they decide to change the wording of their Caitlyn is an obsession for Angel. Give me 1 second. I gotta take these chicken wings out the oven. 20 more minutes. All right. Okay. As I was saying, they put out a quote saying that Caitlin Clark responded to Angel Reese and said, sky high or something like that. I forgot exactly what she said. But they didn't want to thoroughly report that. But okay, fine, whatever. Here's my thing. Who in Angel Reese's circle is talking to you, sir? Because notoriously, her circle is small. If it ain't her family or people that she confides in, which most of us know who that is, who did you talk to? You letting trolls online give you information that okay, so we're never mind. RG3, you're not the journalist you think you are. But again, we're gonna prove you a liar. Some people made it about race, but I never did and never will. Uh-huh. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey, ever. Stop it. If you hate Angel Reese because she's black, you are the problem. If you hate Angel Reese because you are a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. Oh. Oh. You know I always tell y'all to listen to what people say, don't hear it? Who caught what he just did here? Damn it. Hold on. Who caught what he just did here? I just want to see. He did something, and most people are dumb. They're not going to pick this up. You said plausible deniability? A little bit. He basically gave people license to shit on Angel Reese as long as they say they're a Caitlin Clark fan. He gave Caitlin Clark fans an out to go after her racial identity. He think he's slick. All you had to say here, sir, was there's no place in sports for this type of behavior. That's all you had to say. But he's the same one talking about don't separate. But then he said this. There should be no space for racism in this world. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. And the reason why I said I'm going to prove him a liar is conspicuously, as soon as that Ryan Clark thing hit, right? Conspicuously. I mean, we're sitting here with conspicuously. All of a sudden, he don't post with frequency anymore. Conspicuously, he's been falling behind. Ever since he did the Ryan Clark thing, now he's pivoting into social commentary. Trying to clean up your algorithm, huh? And it seems it's not working because people don't care. Okay. This reminds us of another incident with another journalist and a player. Tabernacle. Who remembers this? We'll back it up a little bit. Who remembers this from a decade ago? Are we going to teach this morning? We're going to teach. This is reminiscent of when Kevin Durant was going into the 2016-2017 season, and Stephen A. Smith was running around saying that he was going to go to LA, he was going to go to Miami, he was going to go to DC. And he said he was hearing that from sources close to Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant called him out on it. I'm like, nobody in my circle talks to you. Neither my friends or my family, so I don't know where you got this information from. And then Stephen A. Smith had to go say, oh, well, I didn't say I got it from someone close to you. I said, this is what I've been hearing around the league as someone who's been covering the NBA for almost 2 decades. And we all found out how wrong Stephen A. Smith was, because he ended up going to Golden State. Yeah. But RG3, you know how you tried to spin this as you were protecting Angel Reese, because I saw a lot of outlets, again, they were saying that he clapped that at racist. Okay. Right. I hate to do this to you, sir. I really do. I don't want to do this to you. And then you were getting cooked under your post. So you tried to vaguely throw out an MLK style tweet. Didn't mention anything about Angel in them. You wanted to leave it ambiguous. So you wrote, we need more people ready to build bridges between us and not walls to divide us. The only way to find unity is talking through our differences in opinion and life experiences to find the best way forward. But you didn't do that with Ryan Clark, now did you? It's funny how that works. You didn't do that with him. You went to go see Stephen A. Smith because you knew you could get some viewers off of it. You could have went on the pivot anytime the last 2 months. You could have went on there and we could have seen you two grown-ass black men hash this out. And it's also funny, family. I just want y'all to understand, he made this post, right, and didn't engage with nobody on it. Nobody. But RG3, we're not going to be in here long. RG3, yeah. Even Fox News picked this up. Outkick picked this up. Outkick was being what Outkick is, and Outkick ain't shit. We're going to go there. Oh, they're live? I'm sure they are. Yeah, it sucks already. Okay, we're gonna do this because I want to show you what old Clay Travis said yesterday about Angel Reese. Because again, they're still on this narrative that Angel hates her. He has talked to members of Angel Reese's crew. Let me help you, Clay, real quick. They might take this black man to litigation for defamation. I wouldn't be sitting here defending him. I wouldn't do that. I kind of stay away from this. I'm just saying. But you're Clay Travis. You're an idiot, so you don't know. RG3 comes out and says he has talked to members of Angel Reese's crew, and she definitely hates Caitlin Clark. And then Angel Reese is now mad at RG3, and there's all this controversy. She was never mad at him. She just wrote out a tweet. She wasn't mad at him. But, of course. Black woman mad. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Is anybody actually arguing against that? And by the way, I think it's actually good for the WNBA, which otherwise... Why does she need to hate her? I'm just... Someone help me understand. Why do they need Angel Reese to hate this girl? Why? A rivalry will just fuel the league better. You want her to hate her so you can bitch. Okay. Nobody cares about. Having a little bit of hate filtered in is not bad. Do you hear what he just said? Nobody cares. I think it's actually good for the WNBA, which otherwise nobody cares about. Oh my God. Yeah, how'd that work, Clay, in the playoffs when she got bounced out? How did that work? Nobody cared about the WNBA, yet they had rising ratings in every series. And she wasn't involved. How did that work when she was gone for 3 weeks and people were still watching the games and going to the arenas? How did that work? Huh? It's gotten so bad that ESPN is finding any little thing just to feature Caitlin Clark. That's how desperate they are right now. It's not even organic. You got that one broad running around who wrote the book. Y'all trying to feature her everywhere. And you still don't understand that you media types are the ones keeping this going and manufacturing things because your supposed great white hope has fizzled out. They're talking more about Paige and Angel and Nafisa Collier and Asia Wilson and the Minnesota Lynx and the Phoenix Mercury and the Golden State Valkyries putting a drubbing on Caitlin's team the other night. They're talking about that more than your supposed GOAT because y'all won't acknowledge that she's regressing. I mean, we saw the turn last year. We saw how y'all acted when she did the Time Magazine article. Yeah. You found out she went to a Taylor Swift concert. Y'all lost y'all minds. See, brother man, to you, no, here's the problem. They say she was the GOAT. GOATs come back from injuries and score 40 every night. They say she was the GOAT. She is the GOAT. She should be shooting teams out of the gym. This is what we were told by the media. Because the media really thinks someone's college game is really going to translate into professional sports when they know when you get to the professional level, you're basically broken down and you have to learn their system. You have to learn their style of play. And you have to adjust it with the skill sets that you came in with. They don't want to acknowledge that with her. They think she's a copy and paste job. And they found out really quickly in the span of about almost a year, that's not the case. And since I've got to explain this to Travis, I'm going to let it finish and I'm going to explain to Travis since he claims he knows sports. I'm going to explain something to him that's about to happen to this girl.
I think a little bit of hate filtered in is not bad. The average salary in the WNBA is less than a lot of people with not even that high paying of jobs have out there right now. You make $2,500 as a bonus if you make the WNBA All-Star. That's it.
Okay. So what? How many people can make $2,500 for a couple of hours work? How many people can make $2,500 just for getting on a list for something? Huh. Okay. We pocket watching.
Salty. $2,500.
I'm James. I'm smarter than you, and I'll prove it.
Congratulations. You are one of the 20 greatest women's basketball players in the country. Here's $2,500.
Do you say that when it goes up to the men's All-Star game and they're getting six-figure checks? Do you say that? Nah, you don't say that. When the hockey players get on them teams, you don't complain about their six-figure check. The All-Star game is on Tuesday. They ain't getting six-figure checks. Why are you caring that they get $2,500? Great, $2,500 in this economy can help people. Why are you pocket watching?
In to the hate. Lean in to the conflict. Do whatever is necessary to make.
Sir, she's a borderline millionaire. I don't. Okay, that's part one of what I was gonna say. Why should Angel care? She's a borderline millionaire. If she hasn't already surpassed that, why does she care? People are ringing her phone for endorsements all the time.
This as productive and as controversial as you can possibly imagine. You can't even buy a Birkin bag for $2,575, can you? If the girls on the
What the fuck? Oh, so they're supposed to take their All-Star game bonus and go buy a Birkin bag. Not pay their mortgages or their rent, not put money in the household, not expenses, to buy a Birkin bag. Okay.
WNBA team all go in quarters. They could buy the cheapest Birkin handbag and share it among four of them. Are there some dollar figures where you'd be like, hey, I'll just do it for free. It's good for my career. I do lots of things for free.
I know you do a lot of things for free. That's why nobody pays attention to Outkick. But, okay. All right, let me explain this to Clay and the rest of you Turnover Tammy fans. I warned y'all 2 years ago before she walked into this league, stop hyping this girl up. Let her game come to her, because there's going to be a hell of a transition period when she gets into the WNBA. There's not one college player that's ever gone in the league with their college skill set and been successful. It's never happened. Y'all tried that with Christian Laettner, and you saw how quick he was out of the league. Because y'all ran up there and said, oh, he was on the dream team. He's the GOAT. He's going to be the next Larry Bird. And how quickly did that go away? Caitlin Clark is in danger of being put in the mold with everybody else. And this is how I know Clay Travis and them don't pay attention to what's going on in the WNBA. That's why when we have conversations on these social media platforms about the game, it sounds foreign to a lot of people. Number one, he doesn't even realize that Nafisa Collier, who is the players' president for their union, is actually negotiating to get them more money. They actually just turned down their negotiate well, not negotiated, but their contract that the league tried to give to them. They said they don't want that. They said they either want more money or you allow them to go out there and make extra money outside of the contract. And we know the league ain't gonna budge on that second option. Okay. Number two, Clay and all these people that claim they like Caitlin Clark, instead of worrying about Angel Reese, they need to worry about the draft classes for the next 3 years that are coming. Because there's a lot of, Angel has to worry about that too, because there's a lot of big girls coming in. But that guard play that's coming in the next few years is going to be something special. I'm not even talking about just Flau'jae. I'm not even talking about her because there's a chance she might show up next year. I'm not even talking about her. Notre Dame has great guards. South Carolina got great guards. Baylor has great guards. What's the name? Juju, I know she's coming off injury. She got another 2-3 years. She's coming. If Caitlin does not improve in the next 2 years, she's going to get lost in the shuffle. I forgot about UCLA too. Texas is starting to get hot again. Auburn is starting to get hot. I swear to you, if she does not, I repeat, if she does not step up and get on this supposed wave that she's supposed to be on, how she's the GOAT and all this, she's the white Steph Curry or whatever the black player they want to make her that week, she's going to get lost in the shuffle. She will become Christian Laettner. Because all those girls I just mentioned have opportunities to not only dominate in the league, but they also have opportunities to make hella money. Most of them have NIL deals already in place. They can make hella money. They just featured Hidalgo on the USA team. They were showing clips that it looked like she's gonna be the next one that they want to feature. A little midget ass. They don't understand what's about to happen, but okay. Because when them girls come in and they start dominating, and they not talking about Caitlin Clark no more, when they dropping 30 a night, then they're gonna run outside and say, "Oh, how quick you're leaving out the person that made you relevant." Nah, Angel's still doing good. Then we have this, and then we're gonna leave. Then we're gonna leave, and we're gonna make y'all laugh. Angel Reese claps back after RG3 claims her inner circle sided with him. Lying for clout is nasty. Her mama came outside on this man. Angel Reese responds, lying on this app. Reese wasted no time clapping back and she wasn't amused. Lying on this app when everybody knows the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work, Reese wrote, throwing cold water on Griffin's claims of insider support. She did not name names, but her tweets sent a clear message. Nobody in her camp spoke to Griffin, and she's calling BS on her version of events. Griffin, unwilling to let the challenge go unchecked, responded again in defense of his remarks. I spoke up in support of Angel Reese against racism, not to start drama. Bullshit. You already put the picture out there in your post. So I want y'all to understand this man downloaded that picture to put on his own post. But he didn't want to start drama. Okay. 2.2 million views inside of 4 hours. But he didn't want to start no drama. Okay. But I won't let anyone twist the truth just because it's inconvenient to them. Instead of trying to check me, just tighten up your circle. They're calling me and saying you hate Caitlin Clark, not the other way around. So you're doubling down on the lie. I have zero interest in being the villain in anyone's story. I just want to have fun, tell the truth, and celebrate sports. But I won't pretend or lie just to protect feelings. Okay. All right. So when she hauls your ass in the court, I want you to pick out the family member or the friend that said something. This I gotta see. But hey, RG3, you say you don't want to talk about no racism, right? Okay. You want to explain this to us one time? Now this is on your page, on TikTok. Funny thing, since you want, I think this might have been the genesis of why he got pissed off at Angel Reese. His wife or him, whoever did it, put up this picture show of them, family photos, real nice. So apparently the story is the wife told their daughters that he used to play football. And they try to play him and say, hey, you mean back in high school? Whatever. He wrote, a dad taking a picture of his wife and kids should never result in racism or hate. And hate, whatever. They said that he was an absent father. No black father in the picture. That's accurate. All these racist comments, faith in humanity annihilated. Really? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Go through this. Oh, they went in there and it was a sight to behold, all the racist comments he was getting. Oh. Huh. Huh. So much so he had to go say something. Huh. Okay. Okay. But before we go, I did say I was going to make y'all laugh. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to get them upset. That's the wrong thing. We're going to get them upset. Where is it? Here it goes.
Oh, turnover, Tammy stands. I have something goes. Today we're going to conduct turnover, Tammy. Like I was saying, we're going to conduct film study on turnover, Captain Catastrophe Clark's turnovers. As you can see, this turnover is on turnover, Tammy. And for the people who can't read, we also have a counter.
Shout out to Ace.V Lonely on TikTok. This motherfucker's hilarious. Here we go.
Here we have another turnover. That is on turnover, Tammy. Here we have another turnover.
Where is she, bro? Where is she throw this pass at? The girl's not even there. Where is her court vision? Oh no. Fam, she's supposed to be the GOAT, and her team got destroyed by an expansion team by 19 points. But she's supposed to be the GOAT at home, and she's supposed to be the GOAT. They say right now, She's shooting 10.7% from three-point land the last 4 games. This is the worst stretch in WNBA history. I need y'all, since y'all want to put out all her records, I need y'all to put them records out. Just like y'all put out negative Angel Reese records, I need y'all to push that up. Let's get that into the algorithm. Let's go.
It's on turnover Tammy. Stop throwing shitty passes. Here we have another turnover.
She got no heads. Why is she still drip? For the life of me, I've watched this girl play for 4 years, family. I have not seen her go consistently from the right hand to the left hand when she's dribbling. She stays with that right hand.
Through 4 people. That is also on turnover Tammy. Turnover Tammy.
What is that? Why are you throwing?
Uh-oh, catastrophe. Intercepted. Holy shit. Turnover Tammy. Here we go again.
What is that?
Another shitty pass. Oh. Here we have turnover Tammy with a travel.
How did she not get a tech for that? When she hit the ball, well, how did she not get a tech?
Turnover Tammy with another shitty pass. To who?
They're gonna say, "Hey, brother," they're gonna say that was a shot.
Here we have turnover Tammy.
Why are you throwing a behind the back pass? I need this understood to me. Come here, Caitlin Clark fans. Y'all got to explain this to me.
Another shitty pass. To who? Here we have turnover.
What are you doing? Why are you throwing behind the back passes while you're trying to go in the lane? With 3 defenders there. What are we doing? You're 3-on-2. Aaliyah Boston was pulling up the rear. She's not going to know you're doing that.
Tammy with a shitty behind the back pass as she confuses herself for Tragic Johnson. Here we have turnover Tammy with a terrible bounce pass into traffic.
What are you doing? No, it's around 30%. Her 3-point is in the 20s right now.
And she throws her hands up, rewinding. As you can see, she does her signature.
How are you calling a kickball? Where was the kickball?
Here we have turnover Tammy with a terrible bounce pass.
How is that a kickball? The girl didn't kick the ball. What are you talking about? The ball didn't even change trajectory. What is she mad?
Into traffic, and she throws her hands up, rewinding. As you can see, she does her signature shoulder shrugging. The WNBA hard at work to cover up a turnover.
Facts. Hard at work.
Another turnover. Holy shit.
What is that?
Uh-oh. Would it be a turnover? Yes, it would be.
Fam, they led 81-50 and let the Phoenix team come back. She started letting them come back.
Uh-oh. Would it be a turnover? Yes, it would be. Who the fuck is she throwing it to? Now ask yourself what is going to happen here. Just ask yourself. I'll give you a second.
What are we doing?
Oh, turnover Tammy with another shitty bounce pass that is somehow her teammates' foul. Uh-oh, make her go right.
She can't go right.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Traffic with 3 people, but it's somehow her teammates' fault. Intercepted. Here we have turnover Tammy with a fucking carry. Now, before I play the rest of this clip, look at this. Look at this.
Oh my
Look
God.
at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5-on-2. Let's see what turnover Tammy does. Turnover!
Why are you bounce passing into the lane? Why are you bounce passing into the lane? I need somebody explain this to me. Why are you bounce passing into the lane?
Here we have turnover 10. She loves those shitty belts.
Oh my God.
Turnover, no footwork. Tammy loses her footing and travels.
They gotta blame the shoes. It's the Wilson shoes. Jonathan, Angel Reese might have done this because I don't like the fact that they're letting her dribble. I don't like the fact that they're trying to make her a point forward. I don't like it.
Oh, turnover Tammy with another shitty.
Oh my God. Aaliyah Boston is not 7 feet. What are we doing?
Wow, another shitty bounce.
She does not have the court vision to be doing no look passes.
Pass, turnover Tammy. Make them stop. As you can see,
How you get picked?
turnover Tammy's been forced to go right. And what happens? A turnover. Another turnover from going right. Oh, turnover Tammy being forced to go right and throws a shitty pass that is intercepting. Turnover Tammy going right. Turnover. Turnover Tammy being pressured. Guess what she does? A shitty behind the
Come on, at least call a timeout. The game's early. Call a timeout.
What the fuck? Turnover Tammy with a fucking travel on his
What is that? Your teammate was damn near about to go out of bounds and you threw the pass. Come on, what are we doing?
Tammy going right. Intercepted. Turnover. Turnover Tammy again. Turnover Tammy going right. A turnover.
Now, I'm sure she she wanted a foul on that. She wanted a foul on that, right?
Holy shit! Who the fuck does she think she is? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Turnover Tammy going right. What happens? A shitty bounce pass.
Why are you bounce passing in traffic?
Turnover Tammy throwing another shitty pass into traffic that is intercepted. A shitty bounce
Oh
pass.
my God.
Turnover.
Why is she bounce passing the ball to... Oh my God. Family, why are you throwing bounce passes to the baseline? Yes, turnover Tammy's Caitlin Clark. Yes, that's what this guy calls her. Turnover Tammy.
Tammy going right and she loses the ball.
I just call her causing confusion.
Somebody make it stop. Turnover Tammy going right. Wow. Turnover Tammy getting pressure. Throwing a shitty pass and getting ripped. Ew. Remember that counter at the beginning of the video? Score. Turnover Tammy 50.
No, these are different games.
Sick.
These are different games. These were her first 10 games.
And I also have stats that back up the film. As if you go to Basketball Reference, turnover Tammy has 150 turnovers by bad pass. There is no one comparable. As if you go to Alyssa Thomas, she has 90. As you can see, turnover Tammy leads by a large margin of 60. As once again, it showed that turnover Tammy is in a league of her own when it comes to turnovers.
But anyway, y'all, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. Join me tomorrow morning. We're going to be talking about how liberals are in a cult. 'Cause I'm sure they're going to show up before they go to a paid protest. But anyway, y'all, enjoy y'all Friday. Y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence.